Hello, everyone. Hope you all are having a great day. Okay, so with us today we have Mr. Shashank. He's the founder and CEO of Stone Santa, a very unique business model which is performing incredibly well right now. He's also my mentor and one of the best entrepreneurs. He's an amazing storyteller and one of the finest influencers I've ever met in my life. So, welcome, Captain.
Hey man, thank you so much for having me, Hemanth and Pragathi. Feels good.
Okay, so myself, Hemant, and
Myself, Pragathi.
so we both are from Christ University, Captain. So welcome. Okay, so Captain, let's. So like, what inspired you to start Stone Santa, Captain? Like, what exactly
Um,
inspired you? Like, how did you come up with the idea?
sure. I don't think I genuinely thought about it. It was more like an accident. I was actually looking for gifting ideas for my parents' 25th anniversary. And when I was looking for it, I could not really find something unique. And suddenly the idea of starting something like Stone Santa emerged in my head. Because I thought there are people like me who might be looking for gifts, and there are a lot of people who are extremely good at art and craft. I thought, why not be a platform to connect these people and see how it works?
Okay,
So
so how did you come up with this unique name, sir? So,
Okay, I get that often. So see, the name, a couple of reasons that I chose the name was Santa is known for gifting and bringing in joy.
yeah,
And
correct.
stone is because memories etched on stone is forever. And
Oh,
putting all of this in as a combination, the name is because of these two things coming together.
yeah, so okay, Santa, you have a very like unique business model. Like in this corporate world, like most of them, like they have plans of starting up like software or event management, like, but like something related to art and crafts. Like it's a very unique model, right? It's like how did you know like when you started that you had the right idea? Like how did you know that this is what I really want to do?
See, I don't think I really thought about it because if I would have thought so hard about it that, hey, I'm trying to do something, I probably would not have taken the steps to be, doing this. So it's more like I took the leap of faith and then saw how it can pan out, and I think started giving in returns in different forms with time. Yeah, I think this answer is not something which is very intuitive, but that's what has been for me.
Okay.
so, sir, what were you doing before you started Stone Santa?
I'm still in my engineering days, so I was not doing anything much. Like the only thing that an engineer does is study the night before and manage to pass.
Okay, that's nice. So, how did you set up this? Like, did you have any business model or such? Or do you follow any business model? Any sort of-
um, so for me, it was more about talking to my friends, my juniors, my college seniors, and seeing how many of them would be interested in purchasing from us. And that is how it got all started. The more people I started talking to, the better my understanding towards what the product is developed. And I think my understanding of the pain that comes to gifting, it also started developing only once I started, focusing on talking to people, understanding their problems. And I think that is something that we've been doing for a long time now, talking to people, understanding their problems, and then matching them with the gifts that we can offer.
Nice, Captain. Like how many years have like since Stone Santa started? Like how many years has it over? Was it over? How
It's been
long did
almost 3.5 years now.
3.5 years? Okay, so Santa, when you started it, obviously like all of us make mistakes. So like what are some of the mistakes like you thought you could have avoided or you learned
Um,
something from them?
a lot of mistakes, and making mistakes is like something that is inevitable. The first mistake is I thought of doing everything all by my own self. I thought that I'll do everything all by myself. Website designing, finding customers, talking to artists, finding artists, everything. And that sense of control that I wanted to achieve was something that was like a very foolish thing to do. Um so I think that is one of the earliest mistakes that I did, wanting to be doing everything all by myself instead of focusing on delegating it and getting more people involved in the company.
Okay, that's nice.
So did you like actually learn something from it?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I learned something from that. That is why I was able to realize that it's important to delegate work to people and get them responsible for a part of it. Because, when you start off a company, there is a lot that has to be done. And unless get more and more people involved in it, the workload will not get distributed. And if it does not get distributed, you cannot really grow. So I think, yes, it's been a good learning experience.
Okay,
Okay.
Captain. So, when you started, like obviously, like you would have felt down, like you would have felt like, okay, I don't think this is working out. I have to quit and I have to start my job. Like you told that you were an engineer, so like you somewhere got those thoughts when you started it. So, like when you got these thoughts, like what did you do? Like what was your mechanism to tackle them?
See, self-doubt is something which is inevitable. It will come to you and it will haunt you in different ways. But whenever such things happened, I've tried talking to my parents, something that I always avoided during my college days, not talking to my parents. I started talking to my parents, and my parents and believed in me when I did not. So I think it's good to have people who believe in you when you've lost belief in yourself.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I think that is one of the ways in which it's helped me tackle that. What do I call it?
Okay, so Captain, what are the most crucial things you have done to grow your business?
Um, See, one thing that I think that I would say has been something that has been very crucial has been the ability for me to uh, find a reliable channel of sales. So, for example, for a long, long time, I would constantly be, worried about um, what should I be doing, how should I find my customers, how should I be doing this and that. But something that has been very helpful for me is being able to find, okay, that this one particular segment of people will buy from us irrespective of what happens, and that segment has been I think this realization has been something that has been very helpful. Understanding that not everybody is going to be your customer, understanding I think just this one thing, understanding who your true customers are and focusing all your efforts in finding them.
Okay, so Captain, like since like nobody expected the coronavirus, and like from the past few months it has done a lot of damage to economy and so many businesses. How do you think that in the future, next 10 years, how the business world would be, how volatile the market would be? Do you have any thoughts on that?
Next 10 years, I have no idea because it's very unpredictable, everything. But what I've understood is the way people hire,
Okay.
the way people work, that is changing. And I think that is something that is going to be bringing in a lot of more talent to companies, because earlier talent was local. Now talent is global. You can hire somebody who's sitting in another part of the country and still be able to uh, deliver a lot of value at probably cheaper costs.
Yeah.
So I
Correct.
think this talent becoming global is going to be creating a very interesting way in which business can work and operate. And I can't really make any predictions about volatility and other things. Not experienced or certified enough to talk about that. But I think the way people work is going to change, and if that changes, the way people consume products, services, all of that will change. And I think that is going to be something that would be very interesting to observe.
So Captain,
Okay.
where will you see yourself in the next 10 years? Probably along with Stone Santa as well as you as a person.
Um, so Stone Santa, I'd ideally wanted to be known for gifting or bringing joy to people's lives. And about myself, um, I see myself being able to. Um, I'm not sure, but I think I'll see myself in, taking more of the kind of classes that I've been taking, sharing experiences and learnings with people who want to be entrepreneurs or who want to be digital marketers or marketers. Yeah, I think that.
Okay, that's nice, Captain. So let's have a small rapid fire session, Captain. Is it fine with you?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I'll tell you the words and you tell what's the first thing that comes to your mind.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Challenges.
This is difficult. Challenges. Corona comes to my mind because it has posed a lot of interesting
that's,
challenges.
that's a good one, Captain. Okay, top 3 skills required for an entrepreneur, a young entrepreneur.
Wow. Okay. One would be discipline. One would be delegation, and the third would be perseverance. Perseverance meaning, waiting,
Your
waiting for the
inspiration.
my inspiration. I like Jeff Bezos a lot.
Okay.
The way he's been able to create Amazon and the different verticals Amazon operates with.
Yeah. So I've attended a lot of your classes, and you're obsessed with apples. So why apples in in certain why not any other fruit?
I don't know, man. I just like the shiny red structure that apples have, and it is one fruit that I really find juicy and interesting to eat. And at the same time, there's a company named after this, and Apple
Yeah.
is also associated with discovering gravity. So Apple is there in a lot of interesting segments of our lives, and I just feel that I relate to that fruit in some ways or the other.
Okay. So Captain, you're an amazing storyteller. So what comes to your mind when it comes to storytelling? Like what inspired you to be such a I've like my personal experience when I listen to you, I never get bored, like not even for a second. Like you have that transition, you have that continuation, like it's really amazing. So how
Okay?
what comes to your
That's
mind when it
a
comes
lot
to
of good
storytelling?
things that you've told me. I don't know. Whenever, I've never consciously thought about it. One thing that I try doing when I'm communicating is make it relatable. I mean, otherwise, and I don't know. I think it goes back to that time when I did not have any money for Stone Santa's advertisements, and all I could do was talk to people and make them listen to me. And I think talking to thousands of people during that time has kind of made me understand that people will not talk to you if they cannot relate to you. So
So any unforgettable business experience do you have?
ah, unforgettable experience. One of the unique experiences would be I suddenly burst into tears when one of my customers, put forward a complaint. I don't know why. Um, yeah,
That's actually really in this world people more businesses focus on profits, money and growth. So there are less businesses like nowadays they're switching towards customer satisfaction, but that's I guess it's a really good thing, Captain. Like
no, I
you
don't know.
care
I
for
mean,
genuinely care for your customers.
it was not probably not because of that, but I started crying for no apparent reason, and that is when I realized that you cry not only when you lose a loved one, or you can just burst into tears and you will not even know why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it is very relevant to
And
what you and me are talking about.
so what comes to your mind when you hear the word Stone Santa? The first thing.
Happiness, smiles, stories.
Okay, Captain. Since you're a very amazing storyteller, in one of the classes, I remember you telling me a story about you had been to the airport and you spoke to a lot of cab drivers, and then you wrote it on Quora. You became a blogger. Like, can you just elaborate the story in short?
Um, sure. So one of the things that I believe is very interesting in my career journey has been, going up to the airport and advertising my company in 400 cabs. That was because I did not really have a lot of money for advertising, and I'm not even sure who my potential customers are. So at that point of time, I went to the airport and I went along and just advertised. But then I was thinking, what if this campaign fails? What if it does not work? And that is when the idea struck to me that, hey, if this does not work, We should do something about it. So I went and wrote a blog about how I went on to advertise in the cabs. It was more like a story that I tried sharing with the audience, and somehow the audience liked it. And once they liked it, they just started coming on our website, and I think that is what made the campaign a little successful. The fact that I'd written about it on Quora, on how the campaign was pulled off. Yeah.
What message do you have for young entrepreneurs?
Uh, I mean, at this current stage of time, if you ask me honestly, I would say that build in discipline. I mean, be honest about whatever you do with yourself. Now that I look back, there have been a lot of things which I have ignored because I was not honest with myself. And irrespective of you being an entrepreneur or you being a guitarist or if you being a professional at Google or Microsoft, uh, one thing that I'd want to say to my younger self, probably the person was in ninth or 10th or something earlier, would be that, hey, dude, bring some discipline to your life. Because if you cannot be accountable to your own self, if you cannot take yourself seriously, nobody else will.
That's really nice.
Okay, so Captain, thank you so much for spending your valuable time with us, even with your busy schedule. You're such an inspiration for youngsters like us, to be honest. And all the best for your future with Stone Sansa. Wishing you lots of success. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys.
It was really like, pleasure speaking to you. Like your experiences and all, like they're very inspiring to most of them. So, and even your business model. So, thanks a lot, Captain, for like taking your valuable time out of your schedule.
All right, guys, have fun. Happy Corona.
Thank you, Captain.
Thank you, Captain.
Thank you, Captain.
Bye.